I'd be very curious to like see your DMs because you probably have the craziest DM inbox.
It's pretty hairy. It's pretty hairy. I'm like so glad that Instagram provides you with some tools back there to kind of like separate them and organize them a little bit. So that's cool. But yeah, it's kind of a mess. I try to get it cleaned out like regularly, like with it's rough.
I mean, like how many DMs would you say you get a day from like random people who you don't know, like ballpark?
Maybe like 500, 400.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, like I get like I would say like a dozen or two, and I like sometimes I'm overwhelmed with that, but like 500,
Yeah.
that's insane.
Yeah, like it's I have this like whole process I do. I go through and I delete all the ones that are group chats first. Like, and if I see anything else, and then I delete because you can see that before you even click on it. And then I go through and I delete all the ones that are in foreign language that I can't read. And then I go through and I delete anyone that looks like a child.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No underage kids for Sara.
Right. And then I delete anyone where that's like a one-word answer, like hot, wow, sexy. Like any of those. So yeah. So it's like this huge process. It's like hard in your hands.
Yeah, that sounds like you got down to science. How important is the blue check mark, would you say?
Oh, it's actually pretty damn important. Yeah. Before I got the blue check mark, they were just kind of like really reckless with deleting my account, And then after I got the blue check mark, they give me a lot more warnings instead. And what's crazy is like I actually don't even put anything like crazy on my Instagram. It's like super mild. But I guess because they've labeled me as a sex worker, like they're really strict on my account.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard a lot of like people in the porn industry talk about that. Like, I know Riley Reid has been kicked off like dozens of times.
Yeah,
like, she's constantly getting banned.
Yeah, I think I probably got kicked off like I don't know, maybe like 7 times, but I kept on getting it back. Like if you just appealed at one point in time, you could get it back. So it wasn't really that big a deal. I probably had maybe like total like four different Instagram accounts, 5 different Instagram accounts. I'm probably on my 5th one, but I've had this one the longest because it's verified. The last one that I got deleted, it had like a ton of followers and they deleted it. But at the same time of them deleting that one, they verified my other account. It was my backup account. So I started basically anew, but with like a lot less followers. So the whole thing is silly. Like, why do we even talk about these things?
I mean, yeah. So I guess
I listen to myself and I'm like, yo, this is so crazy. I'm like, we already discussed my age. And sometimes I think like, this social media thing, I was born way before it, and I was famous before social media too. So like to have so much of my job and like what I do based on something that's like kind of irrelevant.
Right. Let me ask this question because this is something I'm sure a lot of guys are thinking. How often has someone without the blue check mark successfully slid into your DMs? When I say successfully, I mean that leads to, an actual meetup.
Oh, no. Without the blue check mark, never.
Okay.
Oh, the question before, was that referring to how important it is for them to have the blue check mark?
Yes.
But I guess we could take it that way too, now that you followed up that question. So it's incredibly important. Like I first move the blue check marks over to the other folder. There's multiple folders in there. You move the blue check marks over to the other folder and then I vet those. And then, yeah, so like the other people don't even get looked at. They just get like, go to my site, check out my site. Yeah, I don't, because like, honestly, I want to communicate on Instagram with people that have blue check marks. Like there should not be nothing wrong with that. There's like a lot of people, but these people may be a little bit more interesting just because they, depending on what their blue check mark says, they might have like a cool life and, we can connect on it somehow. Maybe or collab, networking. Like, yeah, so I don't
Yeah.
even look at the other ones. These are like people that I might be able to like be friends with or do business with or share opportunities with, or like, I don't know, or it could be somebody cute, like an athlete or an actor or something.
Yeah. All right, so let's rephrase the question. So, out of the guys who have blue check marks, like
Yeah.
guys who are established, like what kind of would you say like Instagram sliding in approach is most likely to work with you?
Definitely say something. I hate it when people are like, "What's up?" There's nothing up. Stop.
There's nothing up.
Right? No. So definitely say something. Have something like solid to say, or like polite and nice. I like polite and nice. Like, you can always say something polite and nice because, for example, if you were to be like, wow, you've always been one of my favorites. I get that a lot, and that's nice, and I appreciate that. That's very cool. I actually appreciate that compliment, and I'm going to look at your picture now. And then I click on your profile, and I'm like, And then I decide how I would like to respond to you. But you just got my attention in a nice fucking way where I was like, oh, that was nice. But say something. Like sometimes it's like a lot of times it's just like, Zup, what's up? Like, no, don't say that. Don't say that. I need to I need you to make an effort, please. Like, make a fucking effort.
Yeah. I think a lot of guys, they're not sure, like they're like, oh, I don't want to be too invested. So then they say, hey, what's up? And then some guys are like, oh, I need to show so much interest. And then they send you a fucking essay.
No, right. Exactly. I need it to be just like a little bit more than, hey, what's up? Like, hey, what's up? And the reason for me messaging you is this. Like, yeah, like, don't just, hey, what's up, me? I hate that. That's like the worst. But, you get a lot of like people who don't communicate like super well on Instagram sometimes.
I mean, it's definitely a struggle for guys. What do you think about this opener? Hey, I like your style. With one
That's okay. That's okay. It's not bad. I'm gonna I don't really think too much of it, but that was nice. It wasn't mean or horrible or stupid. So I'm gonna probably at least look at your picture. It won't guarantee a response, but like I'm gonna check you out.